I'm in.
And Joseph Buckley presents Nerd Rants.
1997. People meeting up in IRC or AOL chat rooms, maybe finding each other on news groups, exchanging ICQ numbers. You'd start a conversation with ASL, meaning age, sex, location. How old are you? Are you male or female? And whereabouts do you live? From there, you'd talk more and more frequently, maybe exchange some pictures you took with your digital camera that had a resolution of 640 by 480. If you had a lot of money, you might have had a webcam, but with your dial-up internet, you probably got about 20 frames a minute. And now you have a girlfriend or boyfriend halfway across the country, or maybe halfway across the world. That was online dating. And today it still seems to have that stigma when someone says, "Oh yeah, I'm trying the online dating thing." A lot of people think, so you're chatting with some chick in another state who likes Harry Potter and Magic the Gathering? But online dating is much different from that these days. Now you join a site and you can see other single people in your area looking for whatever. Anything from a fuck buddy to someone who wants to date with the purpose of getting married and everything in between. But the idea is that you actually meet. In person. Face to face. I don't have an issue with online dating. In fact, I've taken part in it numerous times. My longest relationship was with a girl I met online. I approve of online dating, as if you needed my approval, as long as it becomes offline dating, and permanently. A lot of people hear online dating, and they take it very literally. It's like the word flea market. They think you can actually buy fleas there. And I don't know, it's very possible that there are still people out there doing this. They're dating in World of Warcraft and they chat online for 2 years before finally getting up the courage and the money to go fly somewhere to meet the person. But that whole time, they're in a relationship. That's not dating, I'm sorry to say. Eating separate meals in separate cities while chatting via webcam isn't having dinner together. That's eating dinner alone at your computer while you Skype with someone. That's fucking weird. If you're involved in something like that, know that you're not in a relationship. It's total bullshit. You're not dating a person, you're dating a Facebook profile and your own hand. Meeting online should just be another way of meeting people. And I've heard all the bullshit. It sounds desperate, like people are just going there to try and find someone. Seriously, why the fuck do single people go to the bar every Friday and Saturday night? Because they like shitty music and waiting in line for the privilege to be overcharged for drinks? Women, you're not going just to dance with your girls and have a good time. You're hoping to find a guy that you deem worthy enough to give your number to. And guys, well, guys are just not full of shit. They know exactly why they're going. They're going with the intentions of getting more than just a number. So how is that less desperate? Going somewhere with the hopes that you might meet someone. For single people, every social outing, whether it's a bar, a party, whatever, there's that thought in the back of your mind, oh, maybe I'll meet someone tonight. Online dating just cuts the bullshit and forces you to say, fuck it, I'll just admit it, I'm trying to meet someone. People say, oh, but it's not safe. Oh yeah, being drunk in a downtown area full of dark alleyways to be dragged into is so much safer. Remember, you can't get roofied online. There have been some incidents for sure. There's a woman suing Match.com because she met some guy online in October 2011. They went on a few dates, and when she tried to break it off, he stabbed the shit out of her and nearly killed her. How was that Match.com's fault or the fault of online dating? That could have just as easily happened if she met some dude at a bar, a party, at the grocery store, in a library. By the way, ladies, dating pro tip. If you meet a guy in the library, don't go out with him if he's checking books out about military and medieval weaponry. Not sure who the fuck is going to the library. Apparently it still is 1997. Oh shit, I lost my Microsoft Encarta CD. I guess I gotta go to the library to finish this research paper. Just avoid the library. There can't possibly be anyone stable in there. And if you're looking for a dude with money, forget it. He can't afford books. He's gotta go borrow them for free. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that sociopaths aren't just an online problem. I don't think Rihanna met Chris Brown online, but look how that turned out for her. Another thing people complain about. Yeah, but what if they're lying about something? So everyone at the bar is honest? I will say that people online can lie about physical things, while at the bar you can't really get away with it since you're right there. Studies show that men who lie on their online dating profile lie the most about their height and their jobs. It's possible that they just don't know how to measure themselves, so that could be an honest mistake, but what's the point of lying about your job? Clearly they're not someone that plans on being in a long-term relationship because they're going to get found out pretty quickly. Yeah, so, you know how I, you know how I said I was a lawyer? Well, I'm kinda more like a paralegal. I mean, like, sometimes I look up legal stuff online for my boss at the restaurant when one of my coworkers burns himself on the grill, but seriously, I think you might make me assistant weekend manager soon. What makes you think you're getting a second date, man? You're especially screwed when you have to ask her to pay. And women lie about their looks and their weight the most, often using old pictures or trick angles. I've been on the wrong end of this. Girls, it's okay. I don't mind a full-figured gal, but fucking say you are. There's nothing worse than meeting a girl who only shows you headshots and says she's about average, and then you meet her and she's about average for a silverback gorilla or a Ford F-150. Come on, girls, what's going through your head? If you think you had to lie to get me to go on a date with you in the first place, do you think your winning personality is going to make up for it? Or do you not know what about average is? You're about average if we're in Texas, but if you have to shop at plus-size stores, you're not about average. If you've ever gone to a store and said, how come they don't have clothes for normal people here, only for skinny bitches? Unless you're in the kids section, again, you're not average. If you put on jeans a size or two too small, and instead of a muffin top, it looks like a full-blown baking catastrophe, you're not about average. There's no shame in selecting a few extra pounds or big and beautiful on your profile. But don't lie and then wonder why my smile fades when you shoehorn yourself through the door of the place we decided to meet up at. But here's what I like about online dating. You get to know someone a little bit first. How many awkward first dates have you had with some guy or girl a friend set you up with, or someone you met at a bar or the gym or wherever the fuck, that are spent making the dumbest fucking small talk ever? So, what colors do you like the smell of? It's the fucking worst. Sitting there staring at each other like idiots trying to think of things to say while you drink a coffee or eat a meal, and finally someone comes up with, so what kind of music do you like? And then it turns out neither of you like the same thing and you're back to staring, trying desperately to think of another question, like you're the shittiest, most unprepared late-night talk show host in the history of television. With online dating, all that awkward shit is out of the way in the first few messages. Plus, if they got a decent profile, you already know what kind of music they listen to, what movies and TV shows they like, what kind of things they're into, and you've probably exchanged numbers and texted a few times. So by the time you get to the first date, you're just chatting about each other's day, shit you already know about each other, things you're looking forward to, you know, whatever people fucking talk about when you already know them. So like every other way of meeting people, there are benefits and drawbacks, but a lot of people still have this idea that online dating is just for nerds and losers. Again, is this 1997? Everyone is on the internet now. There was a time when it was just for nerds because the only people using computers were nerds. That's not the case anymore. Everyone has access to the internet from about 6 different devices. Some of them are in your goddamn pocket. It's not just for outcasts and people with social phobias who can't get a date any other way. It's for people who are too busy to go out as often as they'd like, or have irregular work schedules, or for people who are sick of drunken idiots sweating on them at the bar who just want to fuck. And if you're worried about being found on an online dating site, just remember, it's like being embarrassed to be seen at a Nickelback concert even though you really wanted to go. The only people that are going to see you are people who went there too.
Nerd Rants, Episode 5. Online dating. Not just for losers anymore. Written, voiced, and produced by Buckley. Find me on Adult Friend Finder. I'm Tentacle Lover 69.